All right, here we go. Getting ready for round 2 of this triple bingo match between Toasty Totes and ARealCutie.
Yeah, Cutie ended up winning the first one by about 4 minutes. Basically, Cutie did a Fantoon first versus a Crate first for Toasty. Ended up doing fairly similar things, little different changes on their overall card, but besides the major difference between Crate first versus Fantoon first, ended up being kind of similar.
Yeah.
See what they do here. Just Fantoon first in that card was just too strong.
Share off. Haven't seen anything from Toasty's side yet. Okay, there we go. Getting through series. That finish near.
It looks like we've got another big collection card. It's 25 Brinstar Power Bombs again. This might be. I see the 3 Brinstar Energy Recharge Stations, 11 E-Tanks, 7 E-Tanks, and 70 missiles. 7 E-Tanks you can do with Fantoon first.
Yeah, it's pretty.
There's some Crate first stuff on here, but not enough. Destroy 2 statues is really gross for a Fantoon first. Yeah. Another kind of gross one. I'm not sure about this one quite yet. You have the 1 statue. Well, you do have road 2. You can kind of do the similar thing, where he loops back around and then go get plasma. You're gonna have to collect the grapple beam though. Another skip high jump. It looks like we also have Diddy stepping up the track. So shout outs to Diddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
So yeah, again, this is a card where I don't have quite a good read on it. There's not Norfair Super Missile, not too bad. If you do Fantoon first, you really only can have like 15 supers heading that, really 20. Well, actually, yeah, it's not too bad because you can get 20 if you get Spore Spawn, and then you can with Screw Attack grab the Kraid, or the Golden Teresa super right beforehand. Also really nice to have grapple for that fight. You do have to collect grapple and skip charge beam if you maybe want to do that, but yeah, you can just dip down and come back up. Yeah, you do have the 3 Brinstar recharge. Yeah, I'm not sure.
This might be one of those where you just pick something and your best bet is to stick to it instead of just doing too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't be all that surprised if Cutie ends up doing a Kraid first. It doesn't often be the best. Like a lot of times it's the best, especially if you can do like a lot of times with Kraid first, you want to do like a Kraid into Ridley type of thing, or Kraid into Norfair. You could do like get Kraid, dip down to Golden Teresa, but then you have even less supers for that fight at that point. You really only have 10 at best. So another interesting one. Toasty did say beforehand he's going to try to skip Gravity Suit entirely. It might be possible on this card, actually, looking at it. Not a lot of Meridia. Meridia Map Station is that's one of the ones that's doable pretty quickly suitless. You don't even need anything. You can just hop over there, even without high jump. So you could theoretically do it on the way to Kraid, but you're probably coming out. So but sometimes you can see that like a Kraid into like a Ridley type of thing, and you can see someone snag a Meridian Map Station on the way suitless. Can be pretty tricky. So
Cutie skipping the map station.
Yeah, no map station. That's a pretty big hint already. Shoutouts to Cutie for being able to do it. Like it's hard to get your route really locked in before this point.
Yeah.
Sometimes. A lot of times when I see Criterion map stations, I scan those common roads really quickly to determine if I want to do them. I think if he's skipping that, I really doubt we're going to see the Norfair Super Missile. We may... Yeah, with the 2 statues, it's just really tough. Like 2 statues, like, you almost always want to do... You either want to do Kraid Phantoon and not do anything else, which may be possible in this, actually. That might not be a bad call. You can do Kraid Phantoon, but you got to get that Norfair Super is the problem. But Kraid Phantoon would let you get 3 Brinstar energy recharge stations. There's not a Criteria Super, which would be nice. So that's you either want to do Kraid Phantoon or you want to do Kraid Ridley. And even with Kraid Ridley, it's like if you're doing a Ridley, you kind of want to end there. So that's pretty bad. So 2 statues, it's only one more than 1 statue, but it is a million times worse. Yeah, we're going to get a real big hint from Cutie here if he's going to do a Kraid first or Phantoon first, based on these pirates. So I kind of still suspect Phantoon first. There might be some cool Kraid first stuff here, but yeah, this has got to be Phantoon first then. He's setting up for it unless he makes a last-minute reroute. But he said last time he had his route planned by the time he got to Ridley series, so which is really like he found that really quickly. So
yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah, Cutie's he's a really good router. I would say if the one issue he might have with routing is he may not be the fastest router. I know when he was watching my matches yesterday, he kept suggesting rows. I'm like, those are impossible, Cutie. It took him a minute to figure it out. But it depends on the card. Sometimes the card, something just jumps off the page at you. So even if you're not like the fastest router, sometimes you could just see something and it works. It's just the first thing you so happen to look at.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Toasty was saying he's trying to do no gravity. I think there is enough on this card not to do that, potentially. Especially even with the Meridian map station being one of your Meridia spots.
Yeah, there usually are a lot of Meridia. I think there's more Meridia goals than most other sections. But we really don't have a ton on this card.
If Toasty sticks with that plan, even if he was just kind of memeing, that might be his best hope for this match, honestly, because I feel like it's well, at this point, it's probably unlikely Cutie's going to do that. And it's one of the, like, this kind of matchup, like, Toasty sort of knows if he's doing exactly what's Cutie doing, he's unlikely to win, so he's got to find some sort of advantage somewhere else. Toasty this is the planning where to go. Looks like he ends up going right, so I think he's still working on his card, maybe trying to get that Gravulous card going here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a lot of deep, Diddy pointing out, a lot of deep Meridia, Dragon, Botloon, Plasma. You do have the finish, yeah, actually I'm kind of seeing this. The finish near Plasma and collect Plasma really couple in nicely. Because I'm almost positive you're allowed to finish in even if the beam is no longer there. You just have to have the statue on screen, whether or not he's actually holding the beam.
Yeah.
I do not think either collected Brinstar map. Alright, Cutie getting this beta powerbomb. I tend to like this in early wreck ship plays if you're doing anything besides any % wreck ship. You need pretty much all your powerbombs to get into Phantoon normally in like any %, and then you really don't have any on the way out. So if you have to do some extra stuff, like even just like east side supers, it really helps having this extra power bomb, and it's pretty cheap to get. So Cutie might just be doing it for that. Could be collect all 25 Brinstar power bombs. Like I said, that row 2 is nice. You will have to get the grapple beam. Grapple beam, like, like what Cutie did last time is really what you want from a Phantoon into Dragon, where it's like you're just doing that, maybe getting speed booster, but like going to Croc is generally annoying. Like it's pretty slow.
It looks like that's what Toasty's doing, because I think he skipped charge beam, which means he might be going to collect that grapple.
Oh, that's true. That is skip. So I believe Cutie already has charge, so he can't be doing that. So that would be, if he's doing Brinstar power bombs, that has to be 4. Like I said, the North Fair Super Missile really is not that bad, but it's honestly that's the worst thing is the 2 statues. So I'm not sure. He might just be picking up that power bomb again, just because having 10 in Wreck Ship is really a big changer. I like it if you're doing other stuff besides any percent in Wreck Ship. I think it's worth it most of the time, and not for nothing. Like when you're doing these routing and like you don't have like any percent, you have the drops and everything planned out everywhere. Just having 10 power bombs for these is really helpful. Doing it on 5 can be pretty sketchy. You can run dry when you don't expect it. So I really like picking up the beta power bomb most of the time, honestly, if you're doing Phantoon first. Does have the Meridian map, or Rextip map station?
Yeah, Q just got that.
Yeah, could very well be a column 3. 7 E-tanks and 70 missiles. I wasn't quite seeing how many missiles he was picking up in Brinstar. Getting the 3 in the Brinstar Reserve is a big one, but 70 missiles is pretty easy. I wonder... I'm not entirely sure if he has charge. I did miss that. Another solid.
Nice.
Oh, never mind. This is not solid at all. This is the exact opposite of solid.
We do know now that he's got charge.
Yeah, he definitely has charge. It definitely proves that. This would have been, if he did skip charge, I know he does know how to avoid these flames. That can be pretty tricky.
Yeah.
But if he was going for that, that could have been a dead Cutie there on that enrage. Especially only being able to take one hit there, being just under the 2 hits at 76. But does get through it, finishes the fight off. It could be column 3. It could very also well be Cutie didn't realize he has to skip charge beam. He could have it like, in which case he's gonna have to reroute on the fly. So, because yeah, like column 3 is not bad. So could be that. And then with 7 energy tanks and 70+ missiles in the middle. Let's see. You know what? Okay, no. I bet it's column 3 in both X's. Now I look at it. Because if, like, when the middle square is bad, if you're going to do the middle square, you almost want to do as much of the middle square as possible. In which case, that's all 3. And it's the worst one on all of those. Collect X-ray scope gets 2 in the corners, right? Finish in the elevator. Again, he can just come out of Dragon afterwards. That's fine. Ice beam and... collect Ice beam, skip booster. That's annoying, but fine. You can do it. You can get Plasma beam. The only problem is if you skip the Brinstar map station, then that's a problem. Oh, criteria super missile. So it's not both X's, but it's going to be bottom left, top right, column 3, and then maybe row 2. That's it. Column 3, row 2, bottom left, top right.
For Cutie, yeah,
because he got the 2 power bombs. I bet he's going to redo this revisit. 7 energy tanks doing a Brinstar revisit makes that very easy. Should be able to get that no problem. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even need Wreck Ship E-Tank at that point, because he can get, let's see, Terminator.
He can't do row 2 though.
He can't do row 2. You're right.
He's got, yeah.
Well, that would have been good. Should have skipped charge, Cutie.
I'm nowhere near Cutie's level, but I made that mistake in one of my races, and it's that rerouting on the fly is a whole other.
I wouldn't be surprised if we hear him regret picking up charge, except for the fact he got the enrage and was probably happy to have it. But
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, I really wish I didn't pick up that charge. It is super it is you pick up charge in literally every single route except for like GT Classic. I mean, you're doing GT Classic for like, you know, or I mean even GT Classic, but like or like GT Max really. No, you get it there too. I don't know. There's somewhere you skip it, and it's just like you have to scream at yourself not to get it.
Yeah, it's such a force of habit.
Yeah, it's so easy to, especially if you're picking up that that charge missile. Which if you're doing Fantoon first, you're always gonna pick because you want missiles before going to Fantoon. The only reason you wouldn't pick that up is if you got a bunch of extra missiles somewhere else for some reason, and like you really didn't need big collection. Yeah, Toasty doing. Yeah, if he's skipping, he's got to be doing row 2. Might even be doing column 1 with that 11 E-tanks is nasty. If he does do row 2, that does destroy his dream of no gravity, though, unless he wants to get real wild. I mean, you very much can kill Dragon without the suit. RBO is a thing, so.
Yeah, you can't do column 1 because you picked up those high jump boots.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm still trying to think of what Cutie's... Can't do row 1 if he's doing column 3 because it's finished in an elevator. I gotta think he's doing column 3 and bottom left, top right, though. I'm almost positive about that. I just don't know what his third one is, and the best one does look like that skip. I mean, he has to do grapple. It's not great, but...
Okay, Toasty's going down the track.
Can't do column 5 without getting speed first. Yeah, there's not a lot to do in with those 2 rows.
Toasty does have wave beam.
Oh, Cutie not even doing a Brinstar revisit. So maybe he's not doing bottom left, top right, column 3. Because 7 E-tanks, it's hard to get, like, unless you were doing like a all 4 Norfair or something, like you need that revisit. Maybe he's, I was saying this in the early one, he was kind of thinking about doing that Brinstar revisit after Meridia. He was kind of thinking that's not really that bad because you do get the speed boost and everything. So we could see that. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be really interested to see that route, what kind of time he gets with it. Yeah, this is definitely locking in at least that grapple and skip charge for Toasty. I mean, there's no reason to skip charge if he's not doing this anyway. So this makes a lot of sense.
So he's definitely doing row 2.
The only reason I think he might not be doing row 2 is because he really wanted to skip gravity. So I'm really hoping he pulls that off. I'm kind of rooting not for it. Or he goes, I mean, like, this is kind of how, like, this is kind of like North Korea works, right? He could go completely off script and just suitless to Dragon and Plasma. That'd be pretty wild. Like, you don't see it all. Like, suitless is so low, people generally don't think about it. But honestly, if you have to do like the more I'm thinking about it, if you have to do like you want to do like some crate stuff and you want to do Croc to get grapple, right? If you can just pop right up into Meridia, suitless, like, it's not that bad, really. Much better than going to Fantoon and coming down if you don't have to do anything wreck ship. I don't think you could quite do that on this card. Like, there's too much other stuff you have to do. Shine Spark requires speed booster. Yeah, mostly. I think there's some. I know there's some. I don't know if cross products here.
That's the best answer, mostly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some way of, like, I think the Crystal Flash in an elevator or something gives you a blue suit. I'm pretty sure because I think it's the same reason that the blue suit, you get the blue suit on Dragon because it's interrupting the Crystal Flash. We do have the speed from Cutie. Yeah, for Cutie, honestly, because he does have to visit the 3 Brinstar energy. And he's... you know what? I'm going to guess bottom left, top right, column 3, and column 5 for Cutie. Although that... the finish in the elevator, so maybe not column 3. But column 5, because if he does the Brinstar collection at the end... Oh, no, I can't do it. I keep seeing row 2. I'm like, oh man, that's so good. He's got charge.
He's got speed, so we can't do column 3.
Oh yeah, right. The wreck ship, I think, you know, I'm pretty sure picking up, because if he picked up wreck ship map station, I think he was thinking row 2. That charge beam had to have been a mistake.
Yeah. Looks like Toasty's going in for a lava dive.
Okay, this is probably the Norfair super missile then. Not sure how else you'd be coming down here for. I mean, you can get 2 more re-tanks down here, so...
Both runners have wave now.
Yeah, Toasty does get through it just fine. Very nicely done. We're seeing a save here. Which might be... Yeah, he's going to be doing the gate glitch, obviously, because he doesn't have space. So, save makes a lot of sense. Cutie's going for Norfair Reserve. Oh, the 2... Oh! Row 5. There we go.
2 reserve tanks, yeah.
Row 5. Bottom left, top right. Column 5. And Meridian map station was just a joke. But yeah, he's doing... Okay, I think he's doing what I think he was doing. He's doing the Bryn at the end, because, again, he had been saying... That does look better than it actually seems. It just feels like, oh, I'm doing wreck ship, I might as well do the Brinstar cleanup here. If you do Meridian, you're not that far from Brinstar.
Yeah.
The only problem is, like, you kind of... like, you can't really do, like, the full loop, like the retro end. But if he's doing 25 Brinstar power bombs, all he's got to do is just make that quick hop into retro and come right back out. So that's not too bad. He can just come up pink and kind of finish up top. That will get him the 2 statues. Does get 1 statue too, so that couples in nicely. The Brinstar energy recharge stations won't be too bad. He will have to go over to Kraid. That'll be a big hint. If when he comes up before he goes to Meridia, if he faints over to Kraid, that's locking in column 5. I don't think we saw Sloters on the way down either, so you have to pick. But he can pick all those up on the way back. And Toasty pre-grabbing that Norfair super, really smart call. Does, like I said earlier, having grapple for this fight really makes a world of difference. If you'll hopefully be able to see here. Just farm these knobs. There we go. Okay, this is the Kraid reserve. So definitely column 5. Defeat bot wound. That's really easy. Going to be doing the Criterius super. Yeah, that makes it. I guess he can come up retro, get the Criterius super, and then come down, destroy 2 statues. You'd have to. Yeah. Top right. I have to grab this X-ray scope at some point. Brinstar map station is also really in play too. Could actually be column 4 because if he's doing this reloop, he can just get the Brinstar map later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll kill. I was thinking he was going to Dragon, but there's if he's doing row 5, he has to kill Dragon, so he won't kill Kraid. But yes, if he's not doing row 5, he'll kill Kraid. So, yep, there we go. That's row 5, column 5. It's got to be. So that's got to be the 2, and then, I was looking at bottom left, top right. It may not be. We don't really have a lot of hint on the. There's a lot he could probably pair in with this. Plasma beam after Dragon, not too bad. Bottom left, top. The X's are almost similar at this point. It's just different flavors of the same thing. You know, he's gonna have to go to plasma if he does top left, bottom right, but he'll have to. Well, like I said, if he's going to 2 statues, he's got to defeat Dragon. That's gonna be his 2. So there's no reason to kill grade. If he was just doing column 5 and he wasn't doing row 5, although then why you're not then you're not doing destroy 2 statues. I guess you could do column 4. Column 4 is definitely in play as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what this last is. This is okay. These are energy tanks. So row 5, column 5, bottom left, top right. Because he's gonna be. He doesn't have a lot now, but again, he's doing that Bryn at the end, which has just a ton. So he's gonna get 3 here. He can get another 3 in there easily. That's 6. He'll get bot wound. That's 7. He's done right there. Meanwhile, Toasty is. I feel like Cutie and I think similar, so it's easier to figure out what he's doing. Toasty is doing Toasty things.
I'm not exactly sure what Toasty's doing.
Yeah, his name's Toasty, so he wants to be in the warm places.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, after bot wound, the big tail is going to be an X-ray play. Yeah, I'm thinking bottom left, top right. Column 4 is also really good. I think column. Actually, I think no. I'm gonna say column 4. Yeah, because he can just skip. Yeah, column 4 is definitely better than bottom left, top right. Now I look at it. Column 4, column 5, row 5. Because the bad part about column 4 now is the 25 power bombs. But he's got to do that for bottom left, top right anyways. He could just skip missiles and energy tanks, skip X-ray.
Toasty going to the recharge station.
Yeah, column 4 looks better. I just don't know why he would pick up Mama Turtle, E-Tank, on column 4. Oh god, Norfair Super Missile. I'm sorry. You're right. Never mind. So yeah, bottom left, top right then. I saw the green. So these are hard.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone wants to know how hard, like, we have nothing to do but talk and look at this card, and we struggle with it. It just so players doing it before.
And Duck's doing most of the talking. I'm still trying to keep up.
Yeah, column 4 might not. He could have done column 4 on when he went to Norfair to get his, but he would have had to do it then. He's obviously not going back at this point. But I don't think it would have been a bad choice. But at this point, it's obviously dead. Yeah, the Toasty Enigma is probably more interesting at this point as well.
I'm wondering, he got Norfair Super Missile. He also just went and got a recharge station. So I'm wondering if he's going for row 3. I guess we'll see if he gets. Yeah, that's the second recharge station.
Yeah, I think Toasty is living his gravity-less dream. Okay, so that's no X-ray, so we can knock off. So it's got to be row 2, because he did the grapple beam stuff. He's got to pay that off somehow. He's not getting X-ray.
Yeah.
Unless he decides to come down for, but he's already got grapple. If he's gonna get it, you just get it here. It's not a terrible pickup. But
I'm thinking row 2, row 3, and column 4 for Toasty.
Yeah, he has skipped a lot of missiles though, so maybe not row 3. I'm not exactly entirely sure.
Yeah.
Oh, column 5. He's doing the yeah, row 2, column 5, and column 4. Well, no, I can't do column 4 because of 2 statues. And he's living his truth. So for no, I mean, he could have helped Fantoon and just leave. He might do that. I really hope he does that. I just want to see a Fantoon and just bail. In fact, I think that's what we're seeing right now. Please, Toasty. I want to see that. That would be such an amazing play. I don't know how good it would be, but it'd be hilarious to see.
It would be a play. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's got grapple. Toasty just got grabbed in the ground.
Yeah, this is faster if you have grapple. It saves you the back and forth for setting up an ocean fly.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see when people skip ocean fly and just go for the grapple, because it shows that, you know, they actually understand what's faster and not just going for the flashy stuff. Although, like, especially in a triple bingo, like, I can't blame people for going for that stuff at all. But
sometimes it's another one of those things where you're just so used to having speed there as opposed to grapple.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you do early croc hundo, you'll have grapple there, so it's not completely foreign. Meanwhile, Cutie once again just knocks off big squares when I don't even see it, and it does have that. I think this is his third reserve tank. Unless, I think he just
for reserve, and
I don't think he ever picked up Bryn reserve. So there was probably a hot reroute in here at some point. I mean, this is actually, like I said before, this is pretty cheap if you're coming out, anyways, which he obviously is. He could have done, he had been a reroute, because I think it still would have been better if he did Bryn Star reserve and you like any % out to the top of Meridia to skip this, but so there had to been a reroute at some point. And like I said, I really think that row 2 was looking good. Although this is still pretty good overall with, like, I don't know how much better row 2 is really than, I think it's better than bottom left, top right, actually. Skips a lot of stuff. He would have had a good grapple beam, but that's, you know, he gets to skip the X-ray part, he gets to skip the energy tank pickup, so they're close. They're close. Oh, he has to get plasma beam. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe skipping charge was a mistake. I don't know. And here's the floaters. Yeah, I'm almost positive Toasty is going to just say deuces to the gravity suit and just leave. Because at this point, like, if he's going back to Meridia, that's pretty not great.
Yeah.
But I don't think...
And he doesn't have a whole lot to do there. Well,
yeah, like I said, I think Toasty's just living his truth. Living that Gravulous dream on a triple bingo card, which is always nice to see. Gravulous without even any significant lower Norfair is pretty wild. So it's always fun to see, like, so many of these times it's Phantoon and Dragon. So it's nice to see more creative routes. So hopefully we'll go back to that. Yeah, he might. Yeah. Should have gone on the way out then if he was going to get mapped. I don't know, unless I'd have to see the rest of his route to really understand.
Let's see where this screen frees up. So it looks like Toasty is going for gravity.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so incredibly sad.
I imagine he didn't feel like getting a plasma beam without it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta feel like it feels like there's a way to do it. Like, he's doing column, if he does column 4, I mean, Meridian map, like I said, it's pretty easy to do without it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the plasma beam, he'd have to, like, collect 11 E-tanks, so, yeah, I guess he is going all the way to plasma. Makes me sad. But yeah, for Cutie, I think we're gonna go retro, we're gonna go up for Criteria Supers, he's gonna loop back around through Brinstar, collect the rest of his power bombs, collect the rest of his energy tanks, and he's going to be done. So we're just going to see, we're just going to see a full Bryn loop here. I think that done for Cutie is going to be on that waterway E-tank. unfortunate for Toasty. I think there was just too much deep Meridia on the plasma beam. There is the bot wound. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I gotta start considering doing crate into Meridia on these cards a little bit. Even with like a Dragon, it's like if you can finish on like a Dragon or something, I think that actually might be pretty okay.
Well, it's gonna be annoying. Let me get it. You have some issues. Having some trouble getting up there.
Jump when he's just trying to shine. That's pretty hilarious. There we
go. Got it.
Doesn't even get the super on the way up. It's the whole point of doing the crouch. You get on the way up. So Cutie is pretty close to done. Toasty's gonna have to. I think he's looping all the way back into Dragon and getting Plasma Beam, so he's got quite a bit left. Yeah, I think Cutie might probably, if he gets this jump, there we go. Probably still gonna get a sub 40. Going around, he's gonna be picking up this. Yeah, Gauntlet E-Tank here. All right, so this is the 2 statues here for Toasty.
Mm-hmm.
Cutie will be picking up that tile as well. 2 statues and 1 statue. So
yeah, did he get Brinstar map?
Well, he's got a chance to get Brinstar map here. The thing with Brinstar map, like some of these early collection things, if you're doing a Brinstar revisit, you might as well do it on your second loop through because you're gonna have more equipment and everything. Especially if you're doing a Fantoon first, because those rooms will damage you. Obviously, Toasty's great first, but yeah, if you're coming back for anything, and it looks like he had a Bryn revisit routed in, you just go ahead and skip it. So it's not necessary. It's not even like, oh, I forgot. You just might as well do it here. The only one that that's not true for is the Bryn reserve because you're already in that room, so you might as well get it there. Yeah, Toasty doesn't actually need to. You just need the room. You don't actually need to collect the maps for it to count. And this is going to be Cutie's 2 statues here. So let's see. I think Cutie just needs. So he needs the power bombs and the energy tanks. He's going to get. Be finishing that up. Yeah, so got to do Edicoons, got to do Mission Impossible, got to do Waterway, and he will be done. So it's just going to be just over a 40, which makes sense. This was a pretty long route. I can't say the last card. I feel Cutie was pretty close to optimal on this. There's enough weird stuff on this card that there might be something sneaking here I'm not seeing that might be better. But this is a pretty good route. I gotta think something with that grapple beam and skip charge though might have been slightly better.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good point, Diddy. You're effectively visiting the creditors. Yeah, I think the big thing, like I said, destroy at least 2 statues is a really surprisingly gross card, unless you can just do a Kraid Phantoon and be done.
Yeah.
But if you're going to destroy at least 2 statues, you want it to be on a card that has destroy at least 1 statue on it as well, which we had here. So, you know, sub 40 times are generally considered to be really, really good. Cutie's going to be just over 40 here. And for this card, I think it's going to be pretty good. So used to skipping that whole speed booster, you got to remember you actually want it to fall down, so. I didn't see Toasty visit Wreckship map.
Huh. That's true. I wasn't exactly sure what all was happening there, though.
Yeah, he had some drop frames around there too, so that's a pretty short get. It's entirely possible he got it.
Yeah, he was in Phantom, and then the next shot we had was him climbing out.
Yeah, meanwhile, Cutie's just going to pick up this Wavegate and Waterway. So going to be just under a 43, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm seeing Cutie done.
Oh, he doesn't need Waterway. Oh, excuse me. He was one up on E-Tanks. I'm surprised he got Gauntlet then. I think Waterway would have been better than Gauntlet. That is a dot done for Cutie then, it looks like.
Yeah. 41.56.
Yeah, pretty good times there from Cutie. So Cutie does take the, unless we missed something, this isn't a valid card, does take the race, does take the match, takes it 2-0. So GG's to Cutie.
GG.
Yeah, we'll see if we're getting Cutie in here for an interview or if he's gonna break my heart. Yeah, Cutie is confirming the 70 plus. Looks like he got it by more than he needed. Didn't even need that big pink missile, but might as well. Honestly, when I'm doing big missile collects, I always try to get one extra because God forbid.
Yeah.
You need. It's sometimes really hard to count, like especially when you start getting like 125. And there's the 2 reserves confirming that. Yeah. And I don't think there was, unless somehow he managed. Well, he definitely killed Dragon because we saw 2 statues kill him, so.
Yeah, he's got that space jump. Oh, Toasty forfeit.
Yeah, I think Toasty had quite a lot to do, so fully understand that. But GG's to Toasty. Like Toasty's a real strong runner. We saw a nice lava dive there, some real good play. Just Cutie is. I said this before. This tournament is kind of Asder and Cutie, and then there's a gap, and then there's a lot fighting for that 3rd spot. So we are now joined by Cutie's. GG's to you.
Yeah, that was certainly not my original. I grabbed the Wreckship map, so I still
didn't want charge.
No, actually. Yeah. No, that wasn't actually what it was.
Oh, really?
I didn't want to fight Croc and grab Plasma.
Yeah.
I grabbed the Wreckship map because I wasn't sure what I was doing at the time, and I knew it was on the card. So I was like, this is quick to grab. I don't want to forget it. So I still was, because like I had something, and then I decided to switch to something else. And then as I was like going through, I was like, oh, maybe I could actually replace row 5 with column 4, you know, it's the Norfair Super Missile instead of defeating Dragon. But then I thought about it, and I was like, okay, that's also like not, you know, BT does not take BT's not very quick. And then as I was like continuing, I realized actually I should have replaced the diagonal with column 4, because that just saves having to get X-ray and like so much like energy tank and missile collection and stuff. I think row 5 and then column 4, column 5 is probably better than what I chose.
Told you we think the same. So I was saying the same thing. Actually, I said column 4 at one point, and Diddy was like, he needs Norfair Super, because this was after you were already gone. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's just strictly better than bottom left, top right. But there was the.
It is. I didn't think about it until after. I was thinking about replacing it with row 5, but I was like, 2 reserves and Dragon versus. Because what would happen too is if I was doing 2 reserves and Dragon, I would have had to beat Kraid. It's like, okay, that's an extra E tank, but like with Speed Booster, I have a wealth of E tanks at my disposal to choose from. So I was like, okay, it's defeat Kraid and GT, or just defeat Dragon and leave out the Sand Pit instead.
Yeah, I think I was actually, because I wasn't actually counting strictly. I was like, oh, he's gonna finish on Waterway. I'm surprised you got. I think Waterway would have been better than Gauntlet E tank.
My big thing about that was I had to still get the both statues, and then I had to do Criteria super missiles.
Yeah, so you come up, you just don't go up the Gauntlet.
Yeah, but I mean, Gauntlet puts you right out by the.
So just running through Terminator. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, no, it does, but I also wanted the missiles there too, because that's 2 free missiles to grab.
That's true. I forgot about. Did you not have missiles? Was that sorry? Was missiles not originally part of your plan? Because I think you missed some early ones and maybe started picking up later.
Yes.
Okay.
Missiles was originally not. Yeah, neither was 2 reserves. Both were originally not. Well, actually, missiles was like kind of half in my plan, but 70 missiles is easy enough that I could have, just gotten that late. Reserves was not in my plan, which is why I didn't grab the Bryn reserve and all those like missiles there and stuff. Which probably would have been faster, because what I could have done instead of coming out Sand Pit for the reserve, now that I think about it, what I should have done is I should have come out Everest and went that way through Brinstar instead.
Yeah, you're basically just redoing my commentary, so thanks.
I mean, we've been playing too much SMZ3 together. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, we're also now joined by Toasty. Toasty, GG's to you. I was really hoping you were going to live your Gravulous dream. For a minute, I thought you might have been killing Fantoon without getting Grav, and I was really excited, but unfortunately, we didn't get to see that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And good games, Cutie. It was fun to play.
I was thinking about trying to do the Gravityless with you, but everything just had like, oh, this is great for Gravityless, and then it's like, nope, there's defeat Batoon right at the end, or defeat Dragon right there.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead, Toasty.
Yeah, just so close, but so far.
Yeah, well, I think if you take mine and switch row 5 with column 4, you definitely could have done that on Gravityless.
I was.
Oh. Yeah.
But you would have had to defeat Batoon, which sucks. But you're grabbing maybe. I think if you want to do Gravityless, the best way to do it, you'd still have to grab the Meridia map. It'd be like Meridia map, like 11 E tanks and like Criteria power bombs. I think column 1, column 4, and then like row 4 would be like your best bet. But that still really sucks because 11 E tanks without
11, the worst tiles. You can it's Meridia map's not too bad. So it's pretty quick.
It is pretty quick suitless. Yeah, that's definitely one of like the few. And you don't need any items for it either, other than power bombs.
Right.
So. Also, the other thing with what I chose and kind of why I switched was I was also too lazy to ask for a ruling on Finish Near and Plasma Beam. You can collect Plasma Beam, that still counts.
Yeah, I think so. I did the same thing.
I think.
Don't take my word for it, but I think. So.
I think it does too, but I was also just kind of like, I don't want to like have to wait on a ruling for this before I can like figure out what I want to do.
Stasher pointed out that if you pick up a beam, technically you're always near it, so we think that should.
that might make that Finish Near goal a little bit overpowered.
Yeah, but I was actually kind of pondering during the race, like if you had like a card where you had to get grapple anyways, like a Croc, and then a lot of Meridia, like honestly, even with like a Dragon doing like Croc into Dragon type of thing, just suitless. I mean, you could not even kill Kraid in that kind of situation, right? Like that might actually be. I know people see like Oh, Dragon, I gotta get Gravity. But like, if you could just do Norfair into Suitless, even if a Dragon kill, if you can like end on Dragon.
Norfair into Suitless, yes. And maybe like you end at like Bryn cleanup. I could see that for sure. Depending on how deep into Meridia you have to go.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see that happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's certainly. I think Suitless isn't impossible in especially triple bingo. The issue is like, the big issue is a lot of times when you go to Meridia, even if it's not like defeat Batoon or defeat Dragon, if you want to like avoid deep Meridia, since there's so much Meridia in the goals, you know, usually you end up having to do like a really bad goal that you would want to go to Meridia for anyway, even though you don't have to. Like 11 E-tanks without Meridia kind of blows.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, like well, I don't know, like what 3 would you skip? You skip the 2 in Meridia, and then you'd have to get 1 in Norfair.
Yeah, I mean, like not necessarily on this card. I'm just saying more in general.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
A Norfair
I get
actually
you.
seems okay.
I
was thinking about it. I mean, you could theoretically get a card where you kill 0 bosses.
That is true, yeah.
Or you only kill Dracon or something like that. Like, I mean, I think for something like that, you really want to like end in Meridian and you don't have like too much collection. Like maybe like Crab Supers, we need like 1 super or something. But like that, like that's a really super poor route, right?
Yeah.
You can most get, I think, 15 with that. Well, you can do 20 if you have like more Norfair super.
E-tanks kind of sucks. I think supers and power bombs are not that bad collection wise, but E-tanks kind of blows.
Yeah, I had it because it's like
7's not horrible, but when you add in the 70 missiles, it's like that's so much extra fanfare.
Yeah,
yeah.
I gotta make a rule for like what's the easy number. I think it's 7 or 8 is like what you can reasonably collect with a Fantoon first without significant Norfair or like Crady tank.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, Crady tank wouldn't have even been that long for me in this card anyway, since I had to go to the Bryn recharge.
Yeah, here I'm just saying like what's the normal like minimum, because
and then like when it comes to
out and Crade's out, and then
when it comes to power bombs, 35 is like the max you should do unless you're looking at lower Norfair probably.
Yeah, the power bombs is weird. It's like each additional power bomb above 25 is actually significant, or like 30 is okay, and then each one above that is actually much more painful all of a sudden. Like,
yeah,
especially PB is not bad, but if you have to do reserve, then it's bad.
Well, yeah, exactly. In the last card, that was like a big thing stopping me from wanting to do 35 in the last card, because it was like, well, I wanted to get the reserve anyway, and double in triple bingo, unless there's some way you can like maybe route it with like plasma, or like you just want to avoid doing double sandpit. It just takes so long.
Yeah,
that's
there was like my race yesterday. I know we were talking about where it was like there was so much Meridia collections, double sandpit almost looked okay.
Yeah,
it was like 3 reserves and the PBs and all the missiles like that.
Yeah, your card had like Meridia missiles and it had 3 reserves, and then it had like a ton of power bombs on it. And I think in that instance, that makes like Meridia missiles super attractive, because you have to do the double sandpit, but like you're getting 2 things out of doing the double sandpit, right? You're getting Meridia missiles and like the extra power bomb and the reserve, you know.
Yeah, in mine you would have traded off a leave Meridia for just a lot more Meridia in that case, which may have been better, but it was hard to tell. But on your first card, Cutie, like I think you did a really good job, because you had a lot of things you could have gotten suckered in by. Like you had the 35 supers and 15 Meridia supers, and then you had like the 35 and the 30 PBs, and it really looked like, oh, I can just combo all these in together. I get 2 bonus tiles. But like that, looking back, that all felt like bait, because I think you found better rows.
Things like that are like good to like look at, but you certainly don't want to commit too hard for them, because oftentimes there'll be like one goal that like really sucks, and then you also have to think, okay, like I'm collecting 30 with my choices anyway, I could just do 35, and it's like, okay, well, how much time does that extra take?
Yeah, like that one, the 35th was actually significantly worse than the 30th, and I think you did well to avoid it, even though it looked really attractive.
Yeah, and I was also debating at the time, do I bomb jump up for landing site or double sandpit? I'm pretty sure even if you like single bomb jump and mess it up 3 or 4 times, double landing site's probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually thought my first round was pretty dang good for me. I executed well, and it routed all pretty cleanly. this one was disaster, but yeah, it was good. It was a good first round.
This was a weird card because
Yeah,
very rarely did someone kill my 2 statues, by the way, because I did destroy 2. Mine were Phantoon and Dragon.
That's weird.
Yeah, everyone was saying like, oh, he's gonna kill Kraid. I'm like, no, he's not.
He's got Dragon. Yeah.
I was
Why
like,
would I go kill Kraid?
I was like, yeah, no. I mean, like, there was a chance you killed Kraid, but then you weren't doing row 5. But then that's the one with the 2 statues. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So
yeah,
unless you did get that Norfair super. But yeah, but Toasty, your first one was really good. Like you got like a 40 flat, something like that. Like it was real.
Yeah,
you just have the unlucky draw of playing Cutie, who's just, you know, like I said, Cutie and Az are I think the favorites in this, and then there's kind of a big pile up after that.
For sure, no, it's good matches, and sorry about my frame rate. Yeah, thanks so much.
It sounds like it was a bit exacerbated too, because apparently my on the restream I was dropping frames, but on my end I'm not dropping any. So I think that might have also exacerbated it a bit.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, but tracking is already a hard job. So sorry that it was even harder. But thank you for tracking, and of course commentary and racing, and yeah, good luck, Cutie, and the rest of the tournament, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's to both of you. I think everything's pretty much wrapped up.
Yeah, GG's to our runners.
Yeah, Easy Danger, I'll let you close us out then.
Thanks.
One last thing. I have one last thing to say. Shout outs to Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out. He's coming back. He's in a new movie with Scorsese and like Leonardo.
Yeah. Let's go, Brendan. Woo!
Yeah.
That's a good Doom Patrol.
Okay, now we're good.
Thank you, Kate. Appreciate it.
GG's to our runners. Thank you, Doug, for commentating with me, doing most of the heavy lifting there, being a little bit more experienced with bingo and commentary in general. Thank you to Diddy Kong for tracking. That is a lifesaver. It's so difficult to track these, especially the triple bingos. It's a lot to keep up with.
And thanks to Azure for tracking the first one.
Yeah, for sure. Really appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. This was a round 2 match, so now Cutie's going on to play. Who are you playing?
I think it's
Beefy. Beef
Robber. Yeah. That'll be a good one. He'll do some like Cosmic Brain X-Ray climb into a Shack Tool and beat me or something.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out in chat. Good luck to our runners. Good luck to you, Cutie, going forward. Good luck to you in your next match, Duck.
Yeah, thanks. I think that pretty much does it for us. Thanks for watching the race.
Follow the runners, please.